It's a big story that we are breaking at this hour, and it has got to do with the BSF Jawan who was in Pakistan. Let's take a look. The BSF Jawan in question has now been returned. Pakistan returns the BSF Jawan PK Shaw. Pakistan returns and send back PK Shaw. In fact, there were demands by India to send him back to the country and to treat him with respect. The Jawan, remember, was captured. A ranger was captured by the Pakistan forces essentially. It was a BSF constable and he's been sent back. I understand this is via the Wagah-Atari border, Atari-Wagah border. The constable in question, PK Shaw, was returned at 10:30 a.m. just about an hour ago is what we're learning. We'll go across to our reporters for more on that, but images of the Jawan were crossed over accidentally and there were huge demands back home here in the country to send him back safely. Has been there too. Pakistan has returned the BSF Jawan in question, PK Shaw, amid escalating tensions here the country not taking any chances. The BSF Jawan has been sent back to the country. This image you see on your screens was actually released by Pakistan. I'm going straight to Kamaljeet Sandhu. For more details on that, India was vociferous in its demand that the Jawan be kept safe and be sent back to the country with the respect that he deserves, and the fact that he had crossed over was accidental, isn't it, Kamal? Pakistan has now returned him. What more details can you share with us?
Well, the first sign of thaw between India and Pakistan, eventually after the ceasefire has been announced between the two countries, is the return of PK Shaw. He's a constable who had inadvertently crossed over from Firozpur. Usually it takes almost 1 to 2 days for any soldier to return, especially in these kind of cases. But not this time around, because Pakistan was holding him captive just about for several days. His wife, who had flown down from Odisha, she had been camping first in Delhi, then in Punjab, extremely worried about it. But definitely, as far as BSF is concerned, they put up a brave face. They were very sure that once the hostilities had subsided, that perhaps there would be a breakthrough, and it has come now. The Pakistani Rangers, as a gesture, have now returned PK Shaw. But remember, even India had the custody of at least one Pakistani Ranger caught in Rajasthan and just about 2 civilians. We do not know at this point of time whether they have been returned, but such kind of gestures are only based on reciprocity basis. So it is likely that would have also happened. But clearly, at this point of time, when we talk about the India-Pakistan hostilities peaking, especially around 7th of May, when there were not just drone attack, but missiles being used against each other. And what we saw is, just in 48 hours after that, what we saw was a ceasefire of sorts. And this is where what we know is that it does seem that there is some sort of an easing off, especially at the borders, with this gesture coming in. PK Shaw, Constable PK Shaw, who had crossed over from Firozpur, returning back to his base. He's currently being debriefed. He will be questioned, because remember, Pakistan would have questioned him, interrogated him. So yes, he would be debriefed before he returns back formally to BSF, eventually to his family, and obviously a huge sigh of relief for his own family, especially his wife. He's from Odisha. So that seems like a huge ease, especially at the borders.
That's right, huge ease at the borders, and you rightly pointed out maybe first signs of a thaw, really, Kamal, after heightened tensions and escalation, and how Pakistan wouldn't be wanting to take any tensions, and handle this as diplomatically as possible, and hence return the Jawan. Because I understand that this incident of the Jawan, venturing to Pakistan territory had actually just happened after the attack in Pahalgam, isn't it? Be with us, Kamal. I'll just come back to you in a moment from now. Rajni Shaw, the wife of the Jawan PK Shaw, who was in fact detained by Pakistan, is with us. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे साथ बात करने के लिए. आप बार बार ये कह रही थी कि आपको उम्मीद है कि सीज फायर के बाद जो कि है जवान को लौटा दिया जाएगा, आपके पति घर आ जाएंगे. अब तो वो घर आ रहे हैं, पाकिस्तान ने उन्हें लौटा दिया. आप कैसे देखती हैं इसे?
जी मैडम, अभी तो मुझे कुछ पता नहीं है इसके बारे में. मैं तो आप लोग से सुन रही हूँ कि वो आ गए हैं.
जी,
मुझे तो अभी कंफर्म नहीं किया गया है.
जी, हमारे रिपोर्टर्स कंफर्म कर रहे हैं, और आप निश्चिंत रहे, क्योंकि 10:30 बजे बता रहा है कि अटारी वाघा बॉर्डर से इनको जो है वापस लौटा दिया गया है. कैसा रिलीफ है ये आपके लिए?
मैडम ये तो मेरे लिए तो गुड न्यूज है, लेकिन आप लोगों को कौन बताया ये बात?
ये हमारे रिपोर्टर्स के द्वारा पता चल रहा है कि 10:30 बजे अटारी वाघा बॉर्डर से उन्हें रिटर्न कर दिया गया है।
तो मैम मैं पहले बीएसएफ के डिपार्टमेंट से किसी सर से बात करती हूँ, उसके बाद मैं आप लोग से बात करती हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे इसके बारे में
बीएसएफ के थ्रू ही इंफॉर्मेशन है, ये बीएसएफ के थ्रू ही इंफॉर्मेशन है कि वो वापस कर दिए गए हैं 10:30 बजे।
जी जी ठीक है मैडम, मैं बात करती हूँ उन लोग से, फिर मैं आपको बता रही हूँ, ठीक है
जी। लेकिन अगर ये जो खबर जो all right, not the wife doesn't know about this just yet. She's in fact extremely excited, as you heard her, and obviously would want more clarity on whether this is actually true or not. Remember, it's extremely important. Kamal, the wife, at this point in time, and it's so early, it's just less than an hour ago that you're telling us that he was sent back via the Wagah-Attari border. So clearly she would need more time to get this information right in. But imagine the relief it would have come to the family after 20 days, and under what circumstances that the Jawan has now come back.
There were tensions, especially mounting once he did not return back. And remember, BSF holding flag meetings. First, they did appear in this consecutive flag meeting. The Pakistani Rangers were playing hardball. They were not appearing. But meanwhile, BSF was very swift, especially not only shooting down intruders at the borders. There was action in Samba, but meanwhile also a Pakistani Ranger was caught in custody. This was in Rajasthan. We also saw 2 civilians in custody. But as mentioned to you, these are some things which are done in reciprocity, and it is still not known because that's not being clarified at this point of time. But it is likely that their Jawan would also be handed over. But meanwhile, Constable Shaw, who had been in Firozpur for quite some time.
We have, in fact, first pictures coming in of the Jawan at this point in time. This is first and exclusive on India Today of PK Shaw, the Jawan who was there for 20 days together. In fact, a moment ago, we also had a word with his wife who said, I don't know, but this comes as a big relief. Pakistan returning the BSF Jawan in question, who had, in fact, we understand, reportedly dozed off under a tree in the Pakistan territory along the international border in Punjab, essentially. And that's what started this chain of, in fact, events. Take a look at these pictures coming in of the BSF Jawan who has come back. Pakistan returning the BSF Jawan in question here. Images are of the Jawan released by the BSF. The Rangers of Pakistan returned the BSF Jawan who was, in fact, there in fact, Pakistan's custody for days together. Essentially, it's a big, big win for India, and obviously reflects it reflects a thaw also as far as tensions between both the nations are concerned, and Pakistan clearly wouldn't want to take it forward. India registering a win diplomatically, talking to Pakistan about the safety of the BSF Jawan, and Pakistan now returning the BSF Jawan who had accidentally moved on or moved over to the Pakistan territory. PK Shaw, the Jawan who was detained by Pakistan after crossing the border, has been repatriated at Wagah border. Image of the Jawan in question right now on our screens at this point in time. This is a huge diplomatic victory for India as well. Kamal, you were talking to us about how India had registered its protest and had said that he has to be kept safe and sent back to the country, isn't it?
Well, 23rd April is when PK Shaw had crossed over inadvertently. His pictures went viral because it was seen that Pakistan Rangers were holding him in custody. Now, in a usual procedure, if there are no hostilities, the handover usually happens in the 24 hours period. But here, since the hostilities had peaked at that point of time, he was in custody. It looked like improbable at that point of time. But remember, as soon as the ceasefire was announced, we were told that there were back channels which were on, especially when the DGMOs were speaking that the illegal custody of PK Shaw, that would be there. But as I mentioned to you, there was also a soldier of Pakistani Rangers who was in Indian custody. So it is based on reciprocity. What happens to the two civilians has yet to be clarified. So this is something which has happened at Atari Wagah border, and it was done peacefully according to protocol at around 10:30 p.m. Wagah is on Pakistan side, Atari is on the Indian side, and this is where the gates may have been closed, but they were open, and this transition has happened where Constable P.K. Shaw has been handed over to BSF. He's being debriefed. Remember, a huge sigh of relief coming both to the force and his own family.
Well, absolutely. Relief to his family. We just spoke with the wife a few moments ago and she was extremely surprised and couldn't even respond to this news, given that they'd been waiting for days together, isn't it, Kamal? It's been a long, long wait, and like we've been talking about, a very difficult situation between both the nations, and that's the reason why India's insistence and diplomacy on demanding return of the Jawan safe. The constable must come back home safe is what India had said repeatedly. Talk to us about how India had raised this time and again as far as the DGMO level talks are also concerned. Kamal?
See, one, there are international conventions. If somebody is inadvertently crossed over, there was a flag meeting held and subsequent flag meetings where Pakistan Rangers did not really appear. And that is when it started to get tough. But meanwhile, BSF was alert because remember, they knew they would get an opportunity, and that is when Pakistani Ranger crossed over, that actually held the trump card for them. But meanwhile, it's not the bargaining chip. It's what we're looking at, a humanitarian case as well. And that is what it was required. Remember, we were told as soon as the hostilities were peaking that it seemed highly improbable. The wife flew from Odisha. She came all the way to Punjab. She was in Chandigarh for some time. There were tensions mounting because they did not know whether the Jawan is safe or not. But one thing actually did ensure his safety was the visuals which had actually gone viral that also put accountability and onus on Pakistani Rangers, because remember, somebody who is unarmed at that point of time, or that is the case, who's overwhelmed, is the one in custody. And this is where it did seem that Pakistani Rangers were trying to hold some sort of a bargaining chip in their hand, but not for too long, because remember, the BSF was very alert. And what we've seen is, despite that sort of a thing, what we saw, a very professional border security force at Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir. They were continuing with their heightened operations. There were intrusions which were prevented by BSF in Samba, killing of at least 7 heavily armed terrorists. So all this has been part of the professional training. But meanwhile, remember, a harrowing time, not just for Constable P.K. Shaw, but also his family, who was quite distraught that he was in enemy custody at a point of time where the hostilities were peaking. But this has been a sign of thaw, especially post-ceasefire, because remember, there has been drone activity which has been cited. So there were a lot of things which were happening. But meanwhile, what we can say is the first sign is handing over the constable itself, which can be seen. It could be not just an olive branch being offered, but a sign of that this is a fragile peace at the borders with Pakistan.
Absolutely, you know, and Kamal, you pointed out so rightly that at a time when the hostilities were at a peak. We'll just tell our viewers, on the right side of your screens, pictures are from the Atari Wagah border, from where the Jawan was sent back. I also understand, Kamal, at this point in time, that he's being debriefed by security officials. Just tell us what really happens in a situation like this. What kind of a debrief is given? You know, what's the protocol after a situation like that, and after especially the situation eases out, in the sense that when the Jawan or the soldier in question is sent back to his country on both sides?
Well, the debriefing is very, very strict. One is because, remember, the force will actually do question whether there was some sort of interrogation done, what sort of details were asked to the soldier, whether there is some sort of a chip which may be implanted. That now it seems improbable, but that has to be questioned, because remember, what kind of detailing was there. The constable as such is a low-ranking personnel. So in that sense of saying, what sort of secrets would he have divulged if he was pressurized to that extent. But remember, when a soldier is trained, he is known how to respond, especially when he is in captivity. And we've seen that happening earlier as well. So it's not the first time around something like this has happened, but there is a grilling which has been done by the enemy countries, and this is where they would have demanded certain sort of detailing. And remember the training that PK Shaw has. He may have divulged as little as possible, but in the meantime, they would want to know, and plus easing him back into the force, getting him back to his family, that is something, and obviously not divulging details to media. These are the certain protocols they usually follow, but it's a long time to be in Pakistani custody. What really happened, how he was treated, all this is going to be part of the debriefing.
All right, that's going to be a part of the debriefing. Questions will be asked about what were you asked or what were you grilled upon. Obviously, Pakistan would be, in fact, asking these questions of the BSF Jawan, the constable there, who had, in fact, ventured into their territory inadvertently. International laws talk about the fact that if this does happen, then the Jawan has to be sent back safely, a point that India reiterated time and again. Extremely worrying situation. I understand the handover finally took place at around 10:30 a.m. today. Also, Kamal, for our viewers, just take us back a few days ago. How did he actually venture into Pakistan territory? What more details do you have with us about this?
See, Punjab has a border of 553 kilometers across the western border with Pakistan, and this is where border security force is the first line of defense, because they are everywhere the IB is. And this is where in Firozpur, at point of time where there were duties, and remember, there were farmers who were going over the fence, they were harvesting their crops. But this is when this is a very thin line, and you know, people who are moving in sometimes inadvertently tend to cross over, and that seems to be the case in Constable PK Shaw's instance as well. And remember, he was seen resting under a tree, and immediately he was overwhelmed with the Pakistani Rangers. He was taken into custody, and at that point of time, at least for a couple of hours, he was still at the border post, and there was a probability that he could be handed over to the BSF, but it does seem that there was a change of heart, because Pakistani Rangers took him back behind the lines, and after that he wasn't really visible, but he was tied up. So there is an instance where there was a feeling that this could be used as a bargaining chip. But remember, as far as the forces are concerned, they're usually prepared for the worst as well, and that's what is the case is. So properly, through proper channels, they approached the Pakistani Rangers first for a flag meeting. They did appear, but in the second and consecutive meeting, Pakistan Rangers did not appear, and this is when there was a probability that this could actually go on for long. And remember, even when he returns to be sensitively posted out there, it's likely that he may get posted out to another sector or another place. But meanwhile, there is a professional training done that once a soldier is in enemy custody, the sort of protocol. But debriefing usually happens because there is a knowledge about what was asked, what was the questioning, what was answered, what was the line of questioning. These are the things that are really questioned. But as I said, the morale of BSF is extremely high. They have been going about their operations, be it Punjab, be it J&K, and this is where safety and securing that particular international border has been very high priority, whether it is at international border, and remember, even in Punjab, where they've been given extra kilometers to man. So they have been doing this, but meanwhile, as I mentioned to you, a big sigh of relief, because April 23rd, almost going to be 20 days. It's almost going to be a month almost now. You know, by another 23rd, it would be a month. So this is where a lot of pressure really comes, not just on the family, but also on the force. What do you tell the family? But again, as I mentioned to you, this was to provide solace, counseling to the wife, to his family. They ensured, so this is going to be a seamless transition. Once he's been handed over, after the debriefing, the family will also be briefed, and obviously the protocol gets into place. Meanwhile, it does seem that this was a peaceful transition. This is where he was handed over from Wagah to Atari border at around 10:30, and he's back in his home ground in the Indian territory.
Well, you know, talk to us a little about how's he doing at this point in time, Kamal. If you have any more information on this front, given that this was a long wait, he was in the custody of the Pakistan Rangers.
Well, Yes, he was tied up, so there would be certain amount, whether there was some sort of an aggression used on the soldier. This is what we've seen, what sort of a treatment was meted out. By the picture that has now been released officially, it does seem that he is okay. He must be under a lot of mental duress, that is the least to say. This is where it should be a huge sigh of relief, both for him and the force and his family. But yes, the details of questioning would percolate much later. But at this point of time, what we can tell to you, that this is done as per the standard operating procedure. A handover has been done. The custody is taken back by BSF, and then thereafter debriefing, he should be able to get back. But that may also actually take time. But meanwhile, a huge sigh of relief for his family.
Absolutely, undoubtedly a huge sigh of relief for his family. Pakistan returning the BSF Jawan after 20 long days. The Jawan in question, to tell our viewers, is the man who had ventured into Pakistan territory. A BSF constable goes by the name of Purnam Kumar Shaw. He's been freed from Pakistan custody, handed over at 10:30 via the Atari Wagah border in Amritsar. The handover, we hear, was peaceful, followed protocol, was in Pakistan Rangers custody a day after the attack took place on April 23rd. Essentially, the attack took place on the 22nd of April, and in fact, he was taken into custody on the 23rd of April. He is doing well, is what is being said. This was in fact a brief that was given to his family, even in a meeting just 2 days ago, with the BSF officials in Bengal had met with the family members of, in fact, the kin of the constable who was in their custody, saying that he is doing okay. Kamal.
Absolutely, because you remember, BSF is not only fighting the enemy at the borders, and remember, international border has more or less seen peace. So this is where, when there were heightened tensions, Pakistan knew that there's going to be a strong retribution. They knew there would be a surgical strike. They knew there would be preparations, especially done by a security grid. And what we know is how Indian Army as well as the Indian Air Force launched missiles, especially at the terror site. So this is a sort of bargaining chip that Pakistan was hoping to hold. But that actually did not deter the Indian forces, because remember, their training is such. And at this point of time, what we can tell you is, despite the sort of pressure which was mounted, and obviously the family being distraught, many of the constables come from far-flung areas, including Constable P.K. Shaw. His family, one, did not have so much of a clue, and then there is obviously a huge worry, because this is not any sort of your own country's territory. This is uncharted territory. This is enemy country. So this is where, when you are handed over to the, or when you have the custody, especially like what India had custody of Pakistani Ranger. So this is where there seems that there could be a ground for reciprocity, and in all likelihood. And this is where Pakistan and India would have agreed upon, because remember, a ceasefire is not a one-way street. It is a two-way street, and the handover is also not just a one-way street. This is where it is about not just adhering to ceasefire, but also following steps to ensure that the sort of peace that remains is agreed to by both the sides. Even though what we've seen is Pakistan go back on its promises. We've seen soon after declaration of ceasefire, we saw drone activity happening. There are schools, especially in the hinterland in Poonch, where we're standing at this point of time, in Rajouri, in some of the border districts, where schools and colleges still not open. So they're still awaiting of official word coming in, because there remains uncertainty, because Pakistan has been aggressing, especially at the borders, targeting civilian areas. So all that is happening. But meanwhile, as I mentioned to you, as part of de-escalation, this is where Constable P.K. Shaw has been handed over at the Atari Wagah border. He's back in BSF, and remember, being debriefed, and it is likely that he may be taken off duty for the next few days to ensure that he eases back in. He may not be considered to be posted right there. He may just be taken to another sector of sorts, because remember, in terms of detailing and everything, that is something that the BSF has to ensure. But clearly, a line of questioning, line of pressure, even if Pakistan was trying, that has not worked. But meanwhile, family is going to be extremely thrilled, and so is the border security force. This actually does mean that there is a sense of normalcy. We do not know, because remember, the Atari Wagah border parade is not happening. Whole lot of things are not happening, but it eventually means this could be a slow progress towards normalizing relations between India and Pakistan. But remember, ceasefire is fragile. Things are very sensitive, and if there is any sort of an attack which happens, whether it's a terror attack, would be considered an act of war, and that could actually now trigger some sort of an escalation. But I'm looking at this from a very micro point of view, seems to be a positive step forward, the return of Constable P.K. Shaw.
All right.